Shannon needed to have some accountability because he gave them something to shake down. He gave them something to target by making poor choices.
If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke out of you when I see you.
Busby and this young woman got audio, video, and text messages. If you know all of those things are out there, you should shut the F up. I'm not here to speak to Shannon's guilt or innocence because I don't know, but I do know attempting to settle looks like an admission of guilt because I'm not settling.
A 9-figure media deal is inches from your signature. Your clips dominate TikTok's For You page, and Spotify just greenlit a docuseries on your rise from Georgia dirt roads to sports media royalty. Then at 6:03 a.m., Charlamagne the God cracks the mic with a single scorching question. If you're 56, what business do you have texting a girl who was a teenager yesterday? In that instant, Shannon Sharpe watches decades of brand equity tilt on its axis. Because once Charlamagne says it on The Breakfast Club, the internet doesn't wait for courtrooms. And it definitely doesn't wait for nuance. April 20th, 2025, 5:41 a.m. Eastern. A Nevada clerk timestamps a civil complaint. A 22-year-old woman, represented by Texas attorney Tony Busby, sues for $50 million, claiming 2 years of repeated assault. Busby's press blast hints at undeniable video receipts. 6:03 a.m. Charlemagne dissects the filing line by line on live radio. Each allegation becomes a quotable dart. Each moral turpitude clause becomes a corporate booby trap. Within an hour, TikTok clips of his rant surge past 300K views. Morning commute listeners screenshot text excerpts before Sharpe's reps even craft a statement. Charlemagne's cadence, street corner frankness braided with Sunday sermon urgency, turns a niche lawsuit into a breakfast table referendum on power, fame, and reckless choices. But that mic blast was only the opening bell. Sharpe is about to speak for himself. By 2 p.m., Sharpe uploads a 5-minute Instagram reel titled Shakedown Season. Clad in an understated hoodie, no tailor-cut suit this time, he stares straight into the lens. I don't pay for silence because I have nothing to hide. Busby wants headlines. I want the truth. Y'all will see the receipts. He confirms a temporary leave from ESPN's First Take, citing family and legal focus, but vows to return before preseason. 2 hours later, his legal team releases 430 text messages they say prove a consensual relationship. Internet detectives pore over timestamps, emojis, and location tags. Meanwhile, Busby drops a 1-minute audio clip allegedly capturing Sharpe threatening the accuser, an immediate viral tug-of-war. Which evidence wins the algorithm? Sharpe's supporters rally fast. Hall of Famers tweet character testimonials. Savannah State's athletic director references Sharpe's 7-figure fundraising work. Detractors counter-tweet the audio, claiming it's the real Sharpe. Internet jury is officially impaneled, and Charlemagne is about to cross-examine. Charlemagne dedicates an entire Breakfast Club hour to a receipts versus reels breakdown. He plays snippets of Sharpe's text dump, then counters with the Busby audio. He calls up attorney Monica Reyes live to translate preponderance of evidence into barbershop English. 51%, 1 drop over half a glass, gets you paid in civil court. Listeners flood the phone lines. Some praise Sharpe's philanthropy, citing his scholarships for HBCU athletes. Others blast him as a serial gaslighter. Each call becomes a TikTok micro-debate. Charlemagne moderates like a prosecuting DJ, balancing skepticism with due process disclaimers. Yet, every replayed clip keeps public pressure boiling. Sharpe's camp can deny wrongdoing, but they can't out-viral Charlemagne's rhetorical haymakers. And Busby knows it. Sensing momentum, Busby schedules back-to-back interviews with sports business outlets, waving Charlemagne's sound bites like legal confetti. He claims Sharpe floated a $10 million hush offer, a detail Sharpe's team brand's fictional math. Screenshots of Charlemagne's tweets flash on TV chyrons beneath Busby's talking head. Legal leverage meets media spectacle. That afternoon, Busby files an emergency motion to preserve ESPN studio footage, arguing Sharpe may have discussed intimidation tactics off-air. ESPN lawyers balk. Charlemagne calls it Busby's fishing expedition. But the headline, Busby seeks ESPN tapes, hits millions by dinner. Sharpe's attorney counters with a threat to sue Busby and the accuser for defamation, accusing them of orchestrating a digital lynching. Corporate PR departments now track 2 lawsuits, one civil, one looming defamation, both rocket-powered by Charlemagne's viral megaphone. Day 3. A leaked sentiment dashboard shows Sharpe's favorability down 42 points. Charlemagne reads it on air, line by line, mocking the jargon, net-weighted brand aura? Translation, we're out till this mess clears. Within hours, ESPN confirms Sharpe's step back. A sneaker giant replaces its Sharpe spring ads with a rookie quarterback. A sports drink pulls Sharpe's coupon code, reroutes budget to women's soccer. Charlamagne live streams a sponsor scoreboard, updating brands that pause or bail. Each exit triggers fresh commentary and more losses for Sharpe's revenue stream. Sharpe fires back on Twitter Spaces, reminding fans of his 3 Super Bowl rings, his HOF gold jacket, and his unblemished charitable record. One clip of Sharpe recounting how he once donated 250 Chromebooks to rural Georgia schools pulls sympathetic hearts. Charlemagne plays a portion on air, then immediately cautions listeners. Good deeds are real, but they don't erase bad deeds. If proven. The balance is now 50-50. Sharpe's virtue stories versus Charlemagne's hard questions. Sharpe's defenders go on offense, flooding timelines with his Savannah State giving, $500,000 to renovate weight rooms, $250,000 to student scholarships, and a recent pledge matching up to $1 million in alumni donations. Analysts dub it the philanthropy shield. It's worked before. Athletes with robust community receipts often weather scandals better. Charlemagne invites an HBCU historian to dissect whether philanthropy should factor into public forgiveness. The expert applauds Sharpe's impact but warns, donations are deposits in a moral bank. But accusations like this are overdraft fees. Sharpe retweets the segment with a single line, "My record speaks louder than rumors." But the record and the rumors now share equal trending space. Civil procedure looms, 30-day disclosure, 60-day motions, depositions this summer. Charlemagne brands it Discovery Drumbeat, promising weekly check-ins with forensic analyst Ari Vega. Busby vows to subpoena Jeep's logs, iCloud backups, even ESPN hallway video. Sharpe's lawyer moves to seal intimate texts, citing privacy. Radio callers debate seal it all versus let sunlight disinfect. Charlemagne stokes both sides, but ends each segment with a due process disclaimer. Alleged isn't convicted. Evidence, not emotion, wins the day. Just remember, sponsors don't wait for verdicts. That line alone becomes a Twitter meme. Cut over clips of brands yanking Sharpe ads. The story transcends talk radio. Sharpe appears on Stephen A. Smith's podcast, describing the lawsuit as career assassination by clout. He questions Charlemagne's rush-to-judgment industry, but stops shy of naming him outright. Charlemagne frames Sharpe's next moves like playoff brackets. Quick settlement league. Pros, sponsor bleed might slow. Cons, hush money optics forever. Marathon litigation conference. Pros, chance at legal vindication. Could flip narrative 2 years out. Cons, discovery leaks, mountains, brand winter. Defamation deathmatch division. Pros, flips the aggressor lens onto accuser and Busby. Cons, multiplies legal fronts, extends spotlight, shocks sponsors further. Sharpe's team reportedly leans defamation. Proof. Draft complaint leaked by a paralegal suggests they'll allege malicious media manipulation. Busby shrugs, calls it doubling down on intimidation. Analysts predict a multi-year saga. Charlemagne hosts a rebuild roundtable with media strategists. Subscription sanctuary might net $7 to $9 million yearly, but reach shrinks. Advocacy pivot could redeem image if built on real policy wins. Philanthropy floodlight, effective only if evidence ultimately clears him. Meanwhile, Sharpe quietly secures a non-exclusive YouTube streaming license, prepping contingency content. He inks a tentative deal with a CBD company, one of the few industries unafraid of controversy. Charlemagne reviews the moves on air, complimenting the YouTube play, but warning the CBD tie-in could lock Sharpe into niche. This balanced critique earns praise even from Sharpe supporters. They appreciate Charlemagne finally assessing strategy, not just scandal. Balance achieved, tension intact. Shannon Sharpe's legend, grit, Hall of Fame rings, and a booming media presence built on raw candor and Southern swagger. Charlemagne the God's Power, a 6 a.m. microphone that turns court filings into cultural flashpoints and forces brands to walk their talk. The lawsuit will crawl through subpoenas and motions, but reputations in 2025 sprint at meme speed. Busby knows it, Charlemagne wields it, Sharpe must navigate it.